Okay, we're fake typing on my laptop just for the intro of the video. See what's going on the internet today. Got a message here. Let's see what that is. Oh no. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today is a great day for anyone that is a fan of Arcade1up that has been screaming from the tops of their lungs, from every mountaintop, please make something new. Well, today is your day. Today they've made something new, something completely different, not technically unexpected, because we got this little glimpse, a little leak of this product a few weeks back, maybe a month back, when they did their impromptu live stream on Instagram showing off the Slim Katie. This was in the background. If you're a fan of the show, if you're in the community, you know exactly what we're talking about. We're talking about this. Yes, it is the claw machine. Finally has been revealed over on booksamillion.com. Seems to be the place to be for all leaked images or leaked products. This is usually the way we find out what's coming from Arcade1up. Very, very rarely do we actually have some sort of product announcement directly from Arcade1up. Back in the day, around CES time, they would have an announcement, and they would roll out like 4 cabinets, and you could get excited about it, and you could begin to set money aside, and they'd let you know when pre-orders were coming out. This was many moons ago. Many moons ago. So here we are now, current year, and for the past, well, I say current year, for the past couple years, this is the way we've really found out about all of the new products coming out. Some kind of leak, some kind of store has it, some kind of online resource, and the sleuths in the community, all the spies out there, the keyboard warriors diligently hard at work scouring the internet trying to find any signs of life from this company, finds an image, posts it on Facebook, and away we go. This was sent to me by a viewer, and I checked it out, working hard every day, and you see these messages, and usually they're great surprises. This was really just not it. So let's go back to the image real quick. Let's check out the listing. Here it is, booksamillion.com, for your source of basically everything except books. They don't have books anymore. No, I'm kidding. They have books. This is it. This is the claw machine. The description is claw machine, brown box. No mention of Arcade1up anywhere except obviously for the image you're seeing in front of you. The actual, picture itself has Arcade1up, but it's not in the listing anywhere. Those words there, that verbiage. So if you're trying to find it using that search type, you're not going to be able to find it that way. Claw machine, brown box, Alliance Entertainment. Once again, we see Alliance Entertainment being described as the manufacturer of this product. Once again, somebody that they've partnered with, Alliance, Arcade1up has partnered with Alliance to distribute and store all their stuff and also produce new items like this. So here we go. Once again, the conversation comes back to quality. One thing that Arcade1up has struggled with in the past has been quality. Now, for the most part, the artwork on the cabs looks okay. And for the most part, the electronics, for the most part, are fine, right? I mean, you've got the switches and buttons. I mean, well, buttons notwithstanding, but the switches themselves, the encoders, the lights on the marquee, all that seems to work fine. Issues come in the form of PCB issues, and something that's kind of a pass or fail type thing. Some last, some do not. But really, what they've struggled with is, consistently since day one, and they've never really improved, except on like super limited special edition consoles or cabinets, has been the controls, the joysticks, the physical buttons themselves, the switches, these things that you actually interact with all the time. Things that real arcade machines sort of pride themselves on, be very robust, they can take a pounding. That's not what Arcade1up has really excelled at. It is the mechanical side of the ball, the mechanical side of the equation they've struggled with in the past. Some of the designs, the way they laid out, the way these panels fit together, weren't always the best. So this is the big thing with me when we're talking about something that is very mechanical in nature. It's not just a joystick and a button. It's not just an on-off switch. That stuff, we've sort of made do with that. And for the most part, that stuff is upgradable. If you want to swap out the button, I mean, if you look at the control panel, let's go back to the image real quick. The joystick is probably a standard joystick. It looks like you're going to have the standard on-off button. No volume. Maybe there will be volume. I don't really know. This doesn't give you a lot of description, not a lot of detail. And you're going to have the button, obviously, to go ahead and release the claw, pick up your item, and then drop it. Therein lies the problem, right? What is the mechanical part of this going to be, besides buttons and switches? The actual mechanical claw up top. No details, no other really images or pictures. This is really the only image that we have. No other listings. If you kind of scroll down and look, you're just going to have the Alliance Entertainment as the manufacturer. That's all really the details that we're going to have. There's nothing else there. No dimensions, no anything. What is this going to be like? What is this going to take the abuse of constant, play, constant usage? I mean, over and over and over again, doing the same repetitive motions. Is it going to be, something that's going to last? Now, we're talking about electric motors, worm drives, little gears, all working together to, move around and pick up objects. Now, what objects are we going to pick up? Now, if we've got to build this thing and put it together and then fill it with toys or whatever you want to put in there, what's going to be the weight limit? What's going to be the size? I mean, it looks like they're all these balls. I mean, is it just going to be little basketballs? Will they sell clear like globes or little spheres you can put your toys in so that it can grab the same, size and shape over and over and over again? But is it going to last? And really, when you think about it, this is the only thing on the cabinet. This is all that it is. This is just a mechanical device. So you have to put all your money and time and effort and everything into the development and the implementation and the material used to make this mechanical device. I don't have a lot of faith that they're going to be able to do this. Now, when you're talking about something, this is $500. If you're talking about something that's going to be in the same price point as this, and it's a claw machine, I think about those Vever machines. We talked about this a little bit on the channel. Here, I'll throw some pictures up now. This is running on Walmart for about $365. And very, very similar. If you look at the control panel, very similar. Just a joystick and a button, right? There's not much to it. No coin mechanism on this, not an Arcade1ups. And the size of this thing, for that price point, it's only 33 inches tall, 12 inches deep, 19 inches wide. So it's a very, very small, very much a tabletop type of device. With the Arcade1up, this is going to be, something that's going to be like 60 inches tall, like every other arcade. So there's a lot of money being, poured into just the panels themselves, the physical panels. The artwork is pretty plain, but it's there. You have to pay for it. The fasteners and all that stuff is still there. In addition to, this claw machine, this claw mechanic. Now, you're not having to buy a monitor, so there's some savings there for sure. Is it going to have lights and sound? If there's no lights, that's going to be kind of lame. If there's no sound, any kind of audible anything, that's going to be kind of lame too. But let's say there's no sound and there's no lights, and it's just a claw machine. It's possibly you're looking at just the cost. There's going to be some kind of PCB, right, to control all this. So the PCB, you're also going to pay for that. But you're looking at something that's basically the claw mechanic is going to be equal to the value of the monitor, the 17-inch monitor. Which one's harder to make? I would think that, the monitor, the 17-inch monitor, would be much easier to mass produce and make than this claw machine mechanic. I just don't know. I really don't know. Of all their devices, this has got to be the one that really is going to rely heavily on a good R&D process. Or they really need to stress test this for sure, because this is the only thing you got going on. Now, for those of us that have limited space in our arcades, my space is much more limited because I have a mixture. I have some full-size arcades. Do I really want to allocate an arcade space to a claw machine? That is very much a gimmick, and it's fine. I'm not knocking it. If you like it, it's cool. I understand the draw and the appeal, but the really, when you go into an arcade, it's full of toys you didn't have to buy. So you're going to spend $1 to try to get something that you didn't purchase. You didn't purchase that stuffed animal or that transformer or that whatever, right? That iPod. They used to put iPods in these things. So it's like a chance game. It's a game of chance, and the prize makes it all worthwhile. But if it's just full of round balls that say Arcade1up, or if it's full of toys that you have to go purchase and then put in here, beyond the novelty of having it sit in the corner and maybe somebody taking the chance to grab one of those things, I don't see the point or purpose of this. So while I'm happy that they're making something different, I hope that the mechanic is gonna, the mechanism is gonna stand up to the thrashing, I don't know, the beating or whatever that this could take. Going back and forth, people jamming on it, because if you don't have to put any money in it, you're gonna play over and over and over again, which is also one of the reasons why there's no draw for me, or there's no really. I'm not tempted at all to buy this, because that's also part of the fun, is the stress of, hey, I just put $1 in here. I'm really trying to get this prize. And if I don't get it, oh man, that sucks. I got to put another $1 in. If it's just a free play, basically, I don't know. What's the point? Other than this being like an aesthetic thing that just sort of sits in the corner, and it's one thing that you can have in your arcade that is different than the other machines. So if you're happy about this, if you're excited about it, hey, I'm proud. I'm happy for you. I'm proud of Arcade1up for bringing something different. This is a step outside the box. If you can't lock down licensing of a new game, you got to try something different. And this is very different. Is it going to stand up? Is it going to be, something worthwhile? Only time will tell. As far as me and my excitement, it's pretty much absolute zero. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think about this in the comments section below. Y'all all have a blessed day, and I'll see all of you next time.